I 25F regret leaving my ex for my 30M husband. I've been married for 3.5 years with my husband. Our relationship has been hell and now it's crumbling down. I wish I would have stayed with my ex. He was an amazing guy who would have done everything for me. We were together for 5 years. I was dumb and left him because I wanted to drink and he didn't like it. Me and my husband hardly speak without fighting, and I am just here wishing I would have stayed with a man that I know without a doubt in my head that he loved me. I was so stupid. My husband is a chronic liar, as my ex never lied. He was actually perfect. I was the bitch. I look at my husband as my karma. He's my karma for breaking my ex's heart. I know I am an awful human. I just need to rant. Yes, I'm in therapy, but I don't discuss this because I know he'll judge me. How bad am I? Definitely bring it up in therapy. There's no way you can be happy in your current situation, so what's the point in going to therapy if not to improve your life and happiness? It's gonna be okay. Leaving your ex and staying with your husband are two different things. One of them you still have control over. If you can't be honest with your therapist, there's no point in doing therapy. Why would he judge you? That's not what he's there for. Unburden yourself. Also, you're still very young, and even if you'd stayed with your ex, there's no guarantee that things would have worked out. Get your plans in order to leave your husband, and then make a fresh start for yourself. You married at 21, so you were a teenager with your ex. You were barely even a person, and so was he. Divorce your husband, get counseling, and be alone for a year or two. It's fine to have regrets, and you certainly don't have to stay married to a man you dislike. But leave your ex alone, he deserves better. Maybe a few years after you're divorced and further along in therapy you can look him up and see if he's single, but he's not reaching out to you now. Leave him alone. He will not trust you, and should not. I made a mistake on who I married too. You're romanticizing your ex because you're so miserable right now. You need to take your ex entirely out of the equation. If you do not have kids yet, I highly advise leaving him if you're already this unhappy. You have a long life ahead of you. Who you spend it with is the most impactful on your overall happiness, trust me from experience. You made a choice. No point in going back. Either fix it with your husband or move on. Mike, 28 female, twin, 28 female, has cancer, and my husband, 35 male, mean about my grief. My husband and I have been together for 3 years. My older brother died 4 years ago. He was completely disabled and I loved him more than life, and when he passed a part of myself died too. My husband never got the chance to meet him, but he set up a friend for him that he adds stuff to. I'm very thankful. My family has Lynch syndrome. Almost everyone of my dad's family passed away from cancer. It's been scary learning my twin, and I tested positive for it as well. My twin and I are identical, and we've done everything together growing up. We've always been really close. My husband doesn't know her too well. Only met her when she was in an active addiction and she did F me over on childcare for my job. I was angry and didn't speak to her for a while, but have since forgiven her. My husband has not. The last year my twin has been dropping weight, and always sick, looks deathly. We thought she was back on drugs. She told me some symptoms she was having QND. I immediately thought it was cancer. Urged her to get a colonoscopy and revealed a giant mass completely blocking colon. It is cancerous and most likely stage 4. She also has lesions on her liver, so it has spread. Without a complete diagnosis, the doctor thinks she might make it to our 29th birthday next month. I am heartbroken. I have been a crying mess, and tried to tell my husband about it. While he understands the moments of grief I have surrounding my brother's death, he does not understand my emotions around my sister's cancer. He cut me off and asked why I'm stressing myself out when she did what she did to us. She wasn't there when we broke down on a trip, etc. Asked why I'm so upset over something that isn't happening to me. And looked confused and irritated over my tears. The opposite of support. And it furthers all the sadness I feel, because the person I go to for everything still holds a grudge. He hates her, but only the short part of her he knew. I've spent my entire life with my twin. We've spent every single birthday together. And the thought of maybe only having one more is terrifying. How am I supposed to talk to him? Advice? I can't even begin to wrap my head around how painful this must be for you. Are you able to go be with your twin? I think that space between you and your husband might be appropriate right now as well if he's not able to be supportive through this. Sorry to hear about your twin. I have a twin too. You tell your husband that she was mentally ill and in the throes of drug abuse when she did those things. Regardless, she is your twin and you are having a hard time with your emotions regarding her diagnosis, so he should support you regardless if he forgives her or not. You have, and you are hurting. I wish her well with her treatment. My identical twin died when we were 26. I'm now 40 and married. She never met him. I don't have any advice regarding your husband, but please get tested ASAP, if you haven't already. Your husband sounds like a sociopath. The fact that your husband can't understand why your literal twin, who who's dying of cancer would upset you, doesn't bode well for him. I mean, I've got to imagine you're also fearful for your own health and future as well. Your husband sounds like he's lacking in a lot of emotional maturity. I, 18F, want to stop talking to 35M, but I do not want to hurt him. What would you guys do? I've been on 3 dates with a 35-year-old man I met on Tinder, and we've known each other for about a month now. We both stated that we were looking for a relationship. Initially, I was open to it, but after getting to know him better and realizing how different we are, I do not want to continue talking to him. He's more conservative and religious, whereas I'm liberal and not religious. He's also a bit annoying whenever I'm busy and can't respond within 2 hours. He jokes that I'm abandoning him, which I find off-putting. On our last date, he made me pay for dinner, even though he knows I only have a monthly allowance from my parents. He said it was because he spent his money traveling. He lives 40 kilometers away, to see me. Later during that date, he asked me to give him a blowjob. I did it because I have a hard time saying no and tend to be a people pleaser, but it made me uncomfortable, especially since he was smelly down there and I did not like it. He told me that his previous exes cheated on him and that he was giving love a last chance with me. That made me feel guilty, but I honestly don't see a future with him. Our values and goals are too different, and after the last date, I've gotten the ick. I feel bad for continuing the conversation and possibly leading him on, but I really want to end things. I'm just not sure how to do it without hurting him. Also, I believe he thinks we are in a relationship already, but he has not asked me to be his girlfriend yet. I am 37, no offense mate, but why is a 35-year-old meeting 18-year-olds on Tinder? And he is overly possessive, sounds disgusting, and this guy is nothing but a massive red flag. Send him this. I am sorry to send you this message, but I am not feeling any connection. I think we are at very different stages in life. I thought I would send you this final message, but I won't be in contact again. I wish you the best. Then block him. He's manipulating you. He is taking advantage of you. Please block him and cut off contact with him. Tell others about your situation so people can be aware and keep an eye on you for your safety. He's a big boy and he shouldn't be messing around with an 18-year-old young lady. He is a predator and he will not be hurt by you. Just stop responding. He's grooming and manipulating you. He's using your guilt to his advantage. He even used you to pay for food. Jesus. Block him or even change your number if you will feel better about it. But you need to remove him and make all your social media private, locked down. Learn about codependency and block and delete. He is a predator. I've been there. He won't blink twice when you disappear, but if you give him the chance to manipulate you into staying, he will. I was 17F, he was 35M, I had to disappear. Block, no contact very suddenly. He moved on, probably had side chicks the whole time. Unless you look 30 and lied about your age, this guy knows he's predating on someone he imagines to be too naive to call him on his nonsense. You're not going to hurt him. He's frankly amazed that you're even still willing to be around him. It may be difficult for you to imagine at just 18, but he's 35, he's not 90, he's nowhere near giving love a last chance. You're being manipulated. My 33F friend slept with her 40M boss and now he's making her life miserable. My friend 33F works in a huge international company. Excuse my wording as English is not my first language. Anyways, during her company's Christmas party she noticed that her boss 40M was very drunk. They were about to leave and he asked her to walk with him to his hotel right across from where the party was held. She did. They had great professional work relationship, and she respected him tremendously. When they got to his hotel she said he asked her to go up to his room, he wanted to discuss something with her. She did. She said she was discussing work with him and saying to him how much she respected him. She was sitting on the couch talking when he went and got into bed. He turned the lights off. She was shocked and told him the power went off. She truly believed that. She never ever suspected he might be interested in her. He told her to come sit next to him. She did, and when he tried to touch her she said no, and wanted to leave. He starts crying about how hard it was for his wife of 16 years to finally get pregnant and now he feels lonely. She goes to comfort him and they kiss. She says no 2 times after that and tries leaving, but they end up sleeping together. My friend knows how bad she is and deeply regrets what happens. But as soon as they come back to work he has been making her life miserable. He is high up the ranking in her job. She is trying to do her job perfectly and he still blame her for things she is not responsible for, and yesterday spoke to her manager. It's been 5 months since the incident and he has made her work life a living hell. I don't want to watch my friend lose her job. What can she do to protect herself? Please. I suggested reaching out to HR, but she is afraid of telling anyone what happened, especially that he has a very high position in the company. She is from Japan, he is from UK. They work in the same company in Japan. Please don't be mean to her, we know how wrong was what she did. She needs to start a job search. He is looking for an excuse to fire her. She needs a lawyer. And yes, she needs to start looking for a new job, because regardless of whether she can get him to back off or not, this is no longer a good environment to be in. If he is that higher up, it is gonna be interpreted as the abuse of power. Her saying no multiple times and him convincing her can be interpreted as coercion. That is why she needs a lawyer who is gonna communicate all these to the big international company that is gonna know they are in trouble. She doesn't need opinions from people online. She needs a good lawyer who is gonna advocate for her. But it is the most probable consequence that she is gonna get a good settlement money and leave the job, since he is the one more valuable to the company. So, she needs to document his behavior change, his negative feedbacks on her work after they slept together. He is gonna find a way to get her fired anyway. Doing nothing won't work here. Her best course was to report his behavior immediately. He sexually pressured a subordinate. He behaved badly, not her, as specified by whatever laws and company protocols. 5 months out, she may have a harder time pleading her case, but the evidence of retaliation is also accruing. She should report what has happened right away. She should look up guides on what to do with workplace sexual harassment and retaliation. They will go over documentation strategies and reporting requirements, and you can better find advice specific to your local laws. Sorry, but sounds like he's either trying to get her to quit, or find a reason to fire her. He wouldn't have the balls to fire her though. Your friend could easily ruin his life if he did.